4,000 miles away from his bedroom in the UK, covering all your favorite sports, he's high in demand. From baseball to football, he's got every angle covered. He's gonna watch your team, even when they get smothered. It's Heisty, it is Jolly Good Takes. Introducing your host, Liam.
Hello and welcome to this stream of Giants v Cubs. It's Sunday Night Baseball, and we're going to see who wins this series here live on Jolly Good Takes. Excited to call this one. Giants won the first game of the series. You're thinking, get in there, but they did lose yesterday after Pete Crow-Armstrong hit 2 home runs, including one in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. So we'll see who wins today, and it's going to be Trevor McDonald on the mound for the Giants versus Talion, who is pretty sure given up the most home runs in baseball. So should be home runs, especially if the wind is blowing out at Wrigley Field. Now, the Giants lineup today is going to look like this. It's going to be Casey Schmidt in left field. Rafi Devers will be batting for second, up playing first base. Luis Rise batting third. Willie Adames will be the shortstop. He's batting ahead of Jung Hoo Lee in right field. Bryce Eldridge will be DHing. He's ahead of Matt Chapman. Daniel Susak will be the catcher today for the Giants. And then Drew Gilbert batting ninth. As for the Cubs, it's going to be Pete Crow-Armstrong leading off. Ballesteros will be the DH. Michael Busch at first. Bregman at third. Ian Happ, the Gold Glover, will be in left. Seiya Suzuki will be in right. Nico Horner will be playing shortstop again, as there's no Dansby Swanson. Ramirez will be the second baseman, and Carson Kelly will be the catcher. What's up, Spencer? I saw you said, 1:30. It's not too bad for this sort of stream. 1:30 is not that late here. But 7 blown saves already by this pen, and we're only in June. Just imagine. We don't need a closer, do we, Buster Posey? We don't need a closer. So we're about 3 minutes away from game time here. Can the Giants get a series win here? That's what they've got to do. They've got to stack series wins, and they've got to get a few sweeps. They can't sweep this series, but you've got Washington at home. You've got to sweep that series. If you have any hope of this dire team right now making any sort of push, who knows? It's baseball. Crazier things have happened, but it'd be pretty crazy if this Giants team somehow made the playoffs. So, also, I want to point out Bryce Eldridge not playing first base again. So, our kid, yet again, not playing first base. What do you guys think about that? To me, how can you not have the guy in there at first base at least twice a week? If he's your so-called top prospect, you got to get him in the field. But Vitello's set on Rafi Devers just being the fielder, and that's what we have to live with. As the weather in Wrigley Field doesn't look great, and that's been a common theme this series. We'll see if the rain decides to hold off. So the Cubs defense, I already went through their lineup, but it'll be Happ in left, Armstrong center field. They're both Gold Glovers. Suzuki in right, Bregman and Horner both Gold Glovers on the left side of the infield. Ramirez and Bush, and Carson Kelly. Trey Cancel, this is his 3rd season as manager. This is Tony Vitello's 1st season of manager. You would have to say one of the best managers in baseball versus, so far, one of the worst managers, or inexperienced managers, should we say, if you want to use a nicer term. And if the Giants can't hit this pitcher, then, well, their offense, you think, "Oh, they're not gonna hit this pitcher," and they do, and then you think, "Wow, this guy's got a 6 ERA, they'll hit this guy all over the park," and they go to a classic Giants offense where they score 1 run. Jameson Taillon, 2 and 5 with a 5.13 ERA, a whip of 1.26. So the whip's mediocre, the ERA's crap. So, get ready for him to dominate the Giants. At the end of the day, everything from this season comes down to Tony Vitello. That's what it comes sorry. No, that's not what I was trying to say. Everything comes down to Buster Posey. The manager hire, the bullpen, the lineup, it's all Buster Posey. So, the wind's actually blowing in today, so maybe it won't be as high score a game, especially to right field. So yesterday, the wind was blowing in left field, but the home runs were being hit to right. Today, the wind's blowing in from right field, but left field not so much. So maybe we'll see the righties have more success today. Interesting this. The Cubs at home are 5-10 when the wind blows in, as Casey Schmidt swings at the first pitch and he fouls it off, and it's 0-1. Casey Schmidt been the Giants' best hitter this season. Although NBC, get rid of this crap. I want to see his full season stats, not in 0-0 counts. It's literally 0-2 now to Casey Schmidt. Don't show me what his bloody batting average is in 0-0 counts. Just show me what he's batting the whole year. Right, this season, he's batting 288, 15 home runs, and an 868 OPS. Pretty good for old Casey Schmidt. As he swings 0-2 and he hits a drive to left field. That ball is foul though, and it remains 0-2. Yep. Definitely make these guys look like Cy Young. Spencer. As it's 0-2 here to Casey Schmidt. Tyone fires. That was a hanging sweeper there, but Schmidt can only foul it off. And it stays 0-2. The as a 0-2 pitch here is in the dirt, and it's good take there by Schmidt. And it's 1-2. Bit of a weird start time today. But that's Sunday Night Baseball for you. Casey Schmidt actually has 5 stolen bases. That must be the bloody high on the Giants. As 1-2 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is outside, and it's 2-2. Four-seam fastball at 92 there by Tyone. Devers on deck. As 2-2 pitch to Schmidt is swung on a miss for the first out of the game as Casey Schmidt goes down on strikeouts. So Casey Schmidt there down on strikes as he swung through a breaking ball at the bottom of the zone. And that'll bring up Rafi Devers. Rafi Devers, who's paid like a star, but just a 717 OPS. We'll see if he can get that climbing as that ball is in the dirt and it's 1-0. 1-0 to the Giants' first baseman. The pitch is fouled. Change up there on the outside corner. Got Devers to swing over the top of that one. Look, Devers since the end of April, he's batting 276. If he bats 276 for the rest of the year, as that pitch is outside, then that's okay. Now, Spencer, I do apologise if I'm slightly behind because it's on NBC. It's a bit harder as Devers swings and misses. So it's 2-2 where I'm at. Because it's not on the normal MLB app, it's a little bit more delayed in the United Kingdom. So apologies for that. As yeah, it's 3-2 now to Devers. Ha! As Devers takes a timeout. I don't know if you can pause the TV, Spencer, or however you're watching it and get synced up. As a full count pitch here to Rafi Devers is low, so that is a walk for Rafi Devers. And that will bring up Louisa Rise. Louisa Rise batting, um, well, they're not showing me. What's Louisa Rise batting? 324 with 2 home runs and a 795 OPS. As a Louisa Rise hits a base hit, that's to right centre field. That's going to be a base hit for Louisa Rise, and we're going to have runners at first and second. And Willie Adamas will be up. So Giants threatening early here, as there's a called strike to Willie Adamas, and it's 0 and 1. And the next pitch to Willie Adamas is a ball. So it's 1 and 1 to Willie Adamas. Adamas actually got a bit hot recently, so not totally crap. 1-1 here to Adamas. Adamas takes a strike, and it's 1 and 2. Yeah, Spencer, you're definitely ahead of me. So apologies for that. Let me see if I can do this. As Adamas takes in the dirt is 2 and 2. Yeah, and Adamas strikes out there. Bloody hell, Adamas, come on. And Jung-Hoo Lee, who has been one of the hottest hitters in baseball, will come up. I'm gonna try and get it so it's less delayed. As Jung-Hoo Lee hits a base hit to left centre field, that's gonna score a run for the Giants. So the Giants are gonna take a 1-0 lead here, and it's gonna be runners at the corners. So Jung-Hoo Lee with the RBI single as his hot hitting continues, and it's 1-0 San Francisco. Jung-Hoo Lee. And his hitting streak continues to 15 games. Bloody hell. That leads the MLB. So the Giants take a 1-0 lead here with Jung-Hoo Lee, his 15th game in a row with a hit. And that will bring up Bryce Eldridge. As there's a stolen base there for Jung-Hoo Lee. So that's going to be his second stolen base of the year. There you go, Jung-Hoo. And the Giants going to have runners at second and third. And a chance here with a base hit by Bryce Eldridge to take a 3-0 lead. But a good top of the first here for the Giants, which is much needed when you're facing this sort of pitcher. Yeah, so it's 3-1 here to Bryce Eldridge, as Bryce Eldridge fouled off that pitch in a 3-0 count. Swinging 3-0, Bryce Eldridge. I like it. Although, what I don't like is the fact that Bryce Eldridge hit a weak fly ball to left field to end the inning. Well, I don't like that. So that's the inning over. Giants do take the lead though, as Jung Lee extends his hitting streak. Eldridge aggressive there, and we go to the bottom of the first. We'll see what McDonald can do for the Giants, and let's hope that he is on his A game tonight, as the Giants are looking to win the series here in Chicago. And I'm going to try and do my best to get this game up so I'm not as far behind. So 1-0, Jung Hoo Lee. Yeah, hi Glenn. I am taking guests, so I'll put out the link there in there if you would love to join. Let me just do this. All right. I'll put the link in there in a minute. It should be in there. All right. I put the link in the chat, Glenn. So 1-0 to the Gigantes. We'll see if they can get a shutdown inning, because that's what you need, a shutdown inning. Cannot believe we're winning, Spencer. It's a rarity. As we're going to get ready for the rain's pouring down. Let's hope it holds off. As Pete Crow-Armstrong's going to lead it off here. As he throws as McDonald throws a strike to PCA. Well, three up three down would be a miracle with this pitching staff. As there's a swing and a miss by McDonald. As a PCA hits a fly ball to centre field. That ball, though, is going to be caught by Drew Gilbert, and that's out number one here in the bottom of the first. And yeah, Ballesteros on the second pitch there hits a ground out to Matt Chapman, who fires it across the diamond to Rafi Devers for the second out. As it's 0-2 here to Michael Bush. So 2 outs, 0-2 count, and Bush will use a timeout there. As there's a high slider by McDonald, but he gets a swing and miss. And so the inning ends, and actually successful inning for the Giants, as that's 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the second. And that was better than I was expecting. A 1-2-3 inning on just 8 pitches. So good inning there by McDonald. McDonald's actually been, for all the Giants pitchers, McDonald's been solid. The rest of them, pretty much a load of crap. I don't know if Glenn's still in there and the link's not working. Just let me know. I haven't seen him in the green room yet. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. See, see, Glenn's got his Pepsi. I've got my Coke Zero here. As we're watching this from the UK, Canada. It's in America. You're in California, Spencer. I think. All right, Glenn. If it's not working, just put it in the chat. Yeah, link is back in there. There's what I was looking for as well. So Chapman's going to lead off the inning for the Giants. It's 0-1 to Matt Chapman, and Matt Chapman takes a strike there. As apologies, Glenn, if it's not working. As the O2 pitch to Chapman up. There he is.
Can you see me? I got half of you on my screen, so
All right,
it's a
Glenn,
start.
just give me a second so I can sort the audio out. Because I may be young, but not tech savvy. As Chapman, I think, walked here as I'm trying to remember what I did when Eric came on. That might. We'll see. Did that do anything?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Hello.
I can hear you,
now?
Glenn, a little bit. I'm just trying to get it through my headphones. If you want to just say hey to the chat though, while I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, I can't see the chat, but I saw earlier when I was logged in that Spencer Stewart's in, so it's good to see Spencer
Yes.
aboard. He's giving you a little love on the channel tonight. We hope you get more people.
Yeah, Spencer's a regular.
Good start for the Giants tonight in the top of the first. They score early and get one on the board thanks to that solid laced ball by Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo, one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now, let alone the National League or the Giants. Getting the early lead. And, you know, the San Francisco Giants always have a way of making other pitchers look good. You know, guys coming into games with 5 and 6 and 9 ERAs. And getting a start on this guy Talon's pretty good way to open up the game. A nationally televised game today, so you don't want to put up a stinker against the Cubs. And I'm sure the Cubs, in the same respect, don't want to play a bad game of baseball because I believe they've lost 19 of their last 26 or thereabouts. So tonight, a big game for both clubs.
Yep, and we've got a pitching change early here because their pitcher's coming out of the game because of an injury. So a chance for the Giants to take advantage.
Of course, and that is just yet another reason why I should not play fantasy baseball. I have him on my team tonight.
Don't even get me started on fantasy. I mean, I had
so it's going to be a rough night. It's going to be a rough night.
You know a lot more people than me, though, because you go right in the depths and really, dive deep into team starters.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that watching your top of the first inning before I tried to get online here to visit with you quickly, you were bringing the statistical package. I like your coverage when you do these. You bring to light a lot of stats. You do that when you're on GSTL, Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric, Lou, and myself. And, we're appreciative of having fans in England, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, all over the place. And I'm actually broadcasting from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada today. I've been up visiting my daughter for a couple of weeks. I'll be back in the Bay Area with Lou and Eric in about 10 days or so. And like you said, Spencer Stewart, I think, is from the Bay Area. So we got all the continents. I think by the end of the game, we should have all the continents covered. Liam, you're doing a great job, buddy.
Absolutely. No, baseball's my biggest passion, right? I've been, I stay up every night super late to watch it. I'm not like most 99% of this population. So I'm always checking Baseball Savant. I'm checking any website. I just love the statistics. I think that's what baseball's all about. Mm-hmm. I love the pitch mix, the pitch types, just everything. And I love, the day-to-day grind, right? That's what baseball, that's what it is, 162.
Yeah. And, it just shows that good players, even when they're in the doldrums, because it's such a long season, you got to be. That's why the great pitchers, especially, can leave it in the rearview mirror. You can walk off the field. Like yesterday, the Cubs and Giants. We know what happened to the Giants. You got to put it in the rearview mirror, and you start fresh. And you get to do that 162 times or 161 times after opening day. And that's what I love about baseball, too. I'm a big fan of the WNBA. Well, my teams might play on a Monday, and I don't see them until Friday or Saturday. Baseball, for lack of just a few days there when they get travel days or a day off, you get baseball every day. And I don't know about you, Liam. I'm a Giant fan, but I have no problem on an off day firing up the Angels of Anaheim, taking on Seattle, some of those West Coast games late at night. I
Yeah.
just love the sport. I love the game, man. It doesn't have to always be the Giants. It can be any two teams. I love baseball.
My goal for this stream, I'm going to be streaming every single team at least once on
Nice.
this channel. And
Nice.
I was checking. You can check your little stats on the MLB app. I've watched all 30 teams at least once. I've watched like 400 home runs this year. I've watched 300 hours.
Well, I can
already.
guarantee you one thing. They weren't all San Francisco Giant bobbers, were they?
No, they weren't. I think about 5%, to be honest.
I've got my like late afternoon shades on here because I'm actually right inside here, the window, and you can tell. Look, I got the sun shining in. We're closing in on just shy of 8 p.m. on a Sunday night here. What time is it where you're at?
2 a.m.
You're a glutton for punishment. Giants punishment, are you?
Well, at least they're winning here.
So I'm not getting any coverage from you here. Now, talk to me, baby. 1-0. What do we got going on? We got the pitching change. Is that underway? Done?
Yeah, they're doing extra long pitching change because it was such a sudden injury. They just give the pitcher a few more pitches. He weren't warming up in the bullpen. Chapman actually walked, and Javier Assad. You know him, Glenn?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming into the game. So it's going to be a bullpen game here, probably by the Cubs.
Very good. Well, we got a break in the action. Let me pick your brain a little bit. We've had you on our show, Giant Sports Talk Live. I hope you throw people our way. Like the Chat GPT. That's amazing. I don't know if you've heard us do that on the show. We asked Chat GPT, like, where do people go for the best Giants coverage? And he tells them to go to Giant Sports Talk Live. So, I mean, we're getting known internationally. Hopefully you throw them at us. We throw them to you. Hopefully, well, you got Spencer in there, right? Spencer's found you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I got to ask you, it's early in the year. Well, I shouldn't say early in the year. We're about a quarter of the way through. What's your thoughts on the review of the pitches there? You can go like this. You get to review only twice. I think it's making a mockery of the job the umpires are doing. Boy, a lot of balls and strikes overturned, aren't there?
I don't think we've seen the best of it yet. I think that will come in a big moment, maybe in the playoffs, maybe towards the end of the year where a team needs a win and there's an egregious call. And there'll be that one moment and everyone goes, that's why we've got it. That could be the difference between one team making the playoffs and one not. Definitely not the Giants making the playoffs because they won't be that close, but a good team, that could be the difference. And look,
I'm all for that.
I have nothing against it. I think I prefer this to a complete whole automated system. Because I still like human error. I think it adds a bit of controversy, keeps you a little bit on your heels.
When you have to sleep on the road trips in the hotels and all those hours on the plane and to come down to a pitch that, the wrong call, I like you get it right. One guy who got it right here tonight, when you were trying to get me on, I could hear you. I couldn't see you. How did you know I was rocking the Pepsi tonight?
Spencer put that in the chat, you see. And also because you always have a Pepsi, don't you?
Dude, we were talking about Lou Marston and I have a radio show. We're on every Sunday morning with the Sunday Morning Classics. And Lou is one of my co-hosts on Giant Sports Talk Live. We were talking about, I recently was at the doctor. I don't sleep well. And it's aging me terrible. Some nights I sleep like an hour, 2 hours, and that's it. And the doctors tried all these tests, trying to figure out why, like sleep apnea. And then she came down. She goes, maybe it's the 18 Pepsis you have every day. I said, yeah, I think we're on to something. We're on to something.
I'm not much better than you, gang, because I've got my Coke Zero here. It's my
Coke Zero. What's the zero? Zero sugar?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't have sugar. It's 2-2 here to Suzak, by the way.
Okay.
As he was just hit by a pitch, so it'd be runners at first and second. No one out here for the Giants.
Ooh. Are we going to see one of these 12, 14, 16 run explosions tonight on Sunday Night Baseball or early Monday morning baseball
blowing
for
in.
you? Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. It's Monday morning baseball here, and the wind's blowing in. So I'm going to say Probably not, because that's the thing with Wrigley, isn't it? It's crazy. The wind
Throw
difference
the
is
viewers another fun fact. You had one earlier, something about when the wind is blowing in at Wrigley, how things fare off.
it's completely different, isn't it?
Hmm.
The Cubs, I said the Cubs who they are 5-10 when the wind's blowing in. Best home team in baseball when it's blowing out. You wouldn't
Yeah.
know. It's crazy what one difference makes, and I think the wind blowing out would help the Giants because they're a home run. Well, they're meant to be a home run hitting team. Eldridge and Devers don't hit many home runs, you know. Um, but
Are you
as I,
disappointed?
the pitch that hit Suzak just scraped his little finger.
There's a lot of that lately, calls that are being. I saw one. Where did I see it the other day? Did you see the call? The replay. Even this is what really irks me about replay when they go to the replay booth and they still get it wrong. Liam, I saw the
Oh,
one. Did you see the one that hit the bill of the batting helmet on the Pirates shortstop? And they show it on replay, and the ball's coming in, hits the
Connor
helmet,
Griffin, yeah.
veers, but yet they go. Call stands. He was not hit by pitch, and they went nuts. So,
By the way, Gilbert with a sack bunt there, so it'll be runners at second and third, 1 out.
oh, be still my heart. Did you say a bunt? Did you say a
Yes,
bunt?
yes, and it was actually executed as well. He didn't pop it up,
Oh my God!
so Schmidt will be up.
Drew Gilbert taking one for the team there. Hey, he's trying to get in the good graces again with his old college coach Tony V. That's what it is. Because
Yeah.
nobody else wants to lay a bunt down on this team. Talked about that
Well,
yesterday on our show. Wow.
Arise is the only guy, right? Arise does it occasionally, but everyone
Oh,
else.
he'll take what he'll take, and so will Jung Hoo. Sometimes they'll take what's given to you if the guy's back at third. But yeah, there's a lot of players on this team, Liam. Don't you feel the same way? They're letting me down this year.
Yeah.
Really letting me down.
By the
Devers is
way,
bench.
Schmidt's
Chapman.
reached on a fielder's choice there as they get the runner out at home for out number 2.
So we got a 2-0 lead and 2 outs.
No, they got him out at home.
Oh, they got him out at home.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, I've seen a lot of that lately. The Giants they've been cut off at the plate a lot this year. Even though they got a new third base coach, gotta get those runs in, man.
I think it's just the players, aren't they? It's more the players and the bloody.
I don't know. Baseball, it's a young man's game. They say, 28, 29, 30, that's not old. But man, I think we got an aging team. Especially those, I've said it to Eric. Don't know if you probably agree. These contracts, the big three or the little three, they're not going to age well.
I would move all of them if you could, right?
Oh, jeez.
Terrible.
Yes.
Me and you are on complete agreement with Devers. Guy is not that good. His WRC plus 101. He's 1% above average. You're not
His
paying
on-base
30 million
percentage.
for that
His
crap.
on-base percentage is. He takes walks, and I don't think his on-base percentage is even that good. Is it?
I'll get that up for you now, Glenn. On-base percentage for Rafi Devers. As I thought I was going to be able to get it up quicker. Right, here we go. Devers 296. And average is 320.
A little below Babber. I just, when he gets on a bit of a hot streak, pitchers won't throw the ball as readily to him. I think that gets him a few extra. He's gotten a few extra base on balls that way and walks this year, but I don't know. I'd move him. I'm moving him out. You got a team in London? Take him off.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Although we don't want him. You keep him, Glenn. Keep him in America. We don't want him.
British national team. I don't know.
By the way, we've got the Giants are challenging the out call at home plate.
Ooh, it's going to replay. Here we were just talking about replays and how the job the umpires are doing.
I've got him out. I don't think there's conclusive evidence. Say.
I can't see it while I'm sitting with you. I'm going to sit here for another inning or so. I know how long when I used to do hockey play-by-play, and at least that was you were perpetual motion, so to speak. But when you're doing a ball game, I called one ball game in my career, and it went pretty successful to tell you the truth. But I'll tell you, 9 innings of baseball. That's
and the commentators they get their end of an inning break on air. No breaks
Yeah.
for me.
It's a long little run of baseball for you, getting through 18 and a half innings if it goes the duration. And sometimes, like yesterday, when extra, I loved your call yesterday. Like, geez, you called it in the ninth. We're gonna lose.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know this team. You know this team.
I love
Honestly, as soon as
Yeah,
PCA hit that home run, I might as well turn it off.
Pete Crow-Armstrong, deep, it's gone. We're gonna lose. It's 2-2. We're gonna lose. You know how we feel. Jeez, man. I'll tell you, it's very taxing on a person being a Giant fan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very taxing. Very
I'm just 19.
They're mentally abusive team.
I'm 19, but I feel like 35.
I feel like I'm 86. I'm almost there.
I'm
I'm
1-2 here
60.
to Rafi Devers.
So the call was not overturned.
No. Yeah, my inkling that it's not enough evidence. So a stupid challenge there, really, because I don't know.
And it
They've
goes
wasted
without
their
saying,
challenge already.
Liam, guys like Rafi Devers, Adamas, these guys, when they do get their home runs, the problem is it's no good having 6 or 8 or a home run hitter could have 15 home runs. Look at Murakami at this point of the season. But if he played for the Giants, he'd be a guy with 15 home runs and 20 RBIs. There's nobody ever on base on this team. Or up to now, they've been getting more on lately. But what I'm saying is you got to get more guys on base. They got to get more contribution all through the lineup, Liam.
And also, Adames' home runs are like when it's like 10-0. So
Yesterday,
a big one.
home run, solo shot. Yeah, and those, there's nothing worse, Liam, than watching a ball game. Are you ever like me? You're watching the games earlier this week, and you're like, all right, you get 10 runs, you're going to win the game, just pump the brake a little bit. We could use those another day because this Giants team always scores big runs, goes deep, 16 runs, and then we don't hear from them for 3 days. 2 hits.
It's like they use up their runs for the whole month.
That's it. I'm waving the white flag. I'm like, oh, stop.
Yeah, by the way, Devers was just called out on strikes to end the inning.
Oh, so, surprise.
Giants threatened, but big back Devers goes bust again.
I hear you're a big fan of Bryce Eldridge.
Yes. So this is where, yes. So I came on your show yesterday.
Yeah.
Called you out because you were going at him 2 nights ago. Look.
Yeah.
I know the guy's not hit for much power. I don't care. Is he taking good at-bats? To me, yes. That's all I care about at 21 years old. You compare him. If his name was Rafi Devers.
That was my beef.
People would be crapping on it.
People were quick to get on me, but my contribution to that conversation was the fact that if that was Rafi Devers, 2 or 3, well, look at him now. Oh, there's people in our channel nightly. We love Rafi. He can do no wrong. I said, yeah, I say that about Eldridge. I want more meat on the bone. I want more home runs. I want him to contribute more with the bat. Swing that stick. If that's why you're here, get those at bats, but you got to contribute. I want more home runs. You're a home run hitter, hit him more home runs. But when it's Devers, he just in a slump. He'll rebound. Come on. What's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Yeah. I think that's to do with name value, isn't it?
Yeah, I call it. Everybody has said on our show, you got to look at the back of the baseball card. I said, Buster Posey and these fans, it's all about the front of the baseball card. They'd rather have the sexy pick than the pick that contributes.
Yep. And also Devers, he's getting older now. So just watch that back of baseball cards. Just going to keep dropping year after year after year. We've got him for his bad years. His good years are out the way.
Bat speed's down this year.
Yeah. It'll keep going down. Mm-hmm. I would move off of him in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
I wouldn't think twice. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I've said to Eric countless times on our channel, we're on nightly, by the way, so you can join us for that again after this one. When you wrap up, you can throw them our way for Giant Sports Talk Live. And Lou
always do.
Good stuff. Look, people are more concerned. I see people in other chats, and they're all saying, but if we trade them, then we have no chance of winning. I said, I don't care. I don't care if we lose the rest of the season. You got to build the future. We have no future with these guys. And do you think if we get a bunch of guys from our minor league system, the Eldridges, or any of the guys who are up right now who contribute for the next 3 or 4 years, what do you think the value of a Devers and a Chapman will be when we're ready to compete in 4 or 5 more years? Some people are saying 2029 or 2030 before it comes together. You're going to play the young guys. I don't care if you lose. Play the young guys and build a winner.
You even have to think about Schmidt in 2029. What's Schmidt going to be like in 2029? He'll be
Wouldn't unload him
32.
now. I would unload Devers. I mean, you got to make a decision there, right? I would.
Yeah. By the way,
quickly
Bregman
unload
grounded out
Devers.
for the first out.
Okay.
But no, you got to rebuild. It's so set up for you to rebuild. The Dodgers, you're not beating the Dodgers now. Padres, right now they're at their peak, but Machado's getting older. Tatis will get older. Bogarts will get older. So you kind of have to rebuild now, and as they're falling, you can peak up. Right
Well,
now,
let me ask you this. Okay, let's just throw that out there it's a long 9 innings for you. I won't be here that long. I just making conversation.
Yep.
Devers, Adames, Chapman. Would you rather have them, or would you rather have those names from San Diego you just mentioned? I would rather have a Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis.
I would rather have
sure.
a Machado.
Yeah. Oh, well, to me, they're all bad contracts, though, right? But
They are.
So just take away the contracts. Tatis or Devers? Tatis. If like guy plays, Tatis is a minimum, 4-win player because he plays good platinum defense, speed. Yeah, the home runs aren't here this year, but he's still going to hit your doubles, triples, right?
Yeah.
Devers, with his bat right now, he doesn't offer speed. His defense is okay. Chapman, Machado, who game 7 of the World Series, bases loaded. You need a base hit to win. You want Machado or you want Matt Chapman?
All right, the questions better get easier than that. Come on, that's tough. That's a real tough one. Of course, I know. You want Machado. Yeah. I've said it on the show again. You've heard me. I think there's a mismanagement of the funds. People say, "Oh, the Giants don't spend money." They've spent money. I don't like how they've spent it, Liam.
Yeah. And then
how we doing in that game? How we doing?
Just pulled. Ian Happ just got pulled out on strike, so 2 outs, no one on.
What about the chat? I can't see your chat. Anybody in there right now?
Yeah, Spencer's commenting in there. Yeah. Apologies, you can't see it, Glenn. I'm not technically with it.
I can only see half of you, though. I can see this side of you. There you go. I can see. We can all see you again. What were you doing?
Oh no, I did that with Eric. My little camera thing covers up the bloody camera.
Oh, geez. I was like, must be me. I'm not the most tech savvy.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Liam's fault. Liam's taking the fall for that.
I'm here now.
We have all the props. We have our what do you call this? Megaphone. We've got our Giant Sports Talk Live megaphones that we gave.
You got the hat as well.
Did you get a T-shirt? We're gonna have to ship you off a T-shirt, a Giant Sports Talk Live shirt.
Yeah.
I'll try to get one for you. I'll see if Lou has any left over. We did you're familiar. We did our show over at Tommy's earlier in the season.
Yeah. Look, I would have wanted to be there. Obviously, I'm too far away.
We gave away T-shirts that day. I'll see if I can drum one up for you. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll email your guys' email, my address and stuff.
Sure. And we've got our baseball cards. We've got stickers. We got all kinds of everything. Eric and I are big on promoting the show. And contrary to popular belief, I don't know if you've heard the news all around Oracle Park lately. And I know I'm blessed. I'm so lucky, honestly, as a Giant fan. You've heard us mention, I'm sure, I live a block from the ballpark.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, does it get any better than that? Like, even if I'm not at the game and something big goes down, I can go over and take part and say, I was there. It's great. But you see all over the ballpark area there, the Giants symbol that they put on the TV in the broadcast, the Giants baseball, nothing like it. There's these stickers all over town now, plastered on telephone poles and light standards, and they all say Giants baseball. No one likes it. And I just want everybody to know it wasn't Eric and I. It certainly wasn't me. was Dom Peralta.
No, I follow Dom. It's a great slogan. Keep that slogan.
Did you see it? Did you see the way he made it? Looks great.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's brilliant. Because what is there to like about this team?
I was making fun. You know, the Giants were in such doldrums lately. And
Yeah.
where is it? Where is it? My daughter moved it on me. Where did she put it? Ah, son of a gun. I had my prop ready for. Oh, here it is. She was vacuuming and it blew off the table. So I told Eric, if the Giants don't start winning, I'm going to wave the right flag and I'm going neutral. And I'm going to go Switzerland. I'm just going
It's not
Swiss.
Switzerland.
I'm just going Swiss. Yeah, the Swiss are they never lose and never win, but they never lose. And I'm going Switzerland because I'm getting tired of cheering on the team that loses all the time. So I got my Swiss flag. I use this for hockey all the time because Switzerland never wins.
I hate to break it to you, that's not the Switzerland flag.
What is it?
It's the England flag.
I bought the get out of here. I never really took a good look at it. It's in the packaging said Team Switzerland, and that's what I got.
That's definitely not Switzerland.
Like Lou says, life's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I'm going to take that back to the store tomorrow. That was $4.
As well.
That was $4 I spent, and I got the wrong flag. Give me a
English
break.
are nice though. We're neutral.
Okay, let's start. You know, Eric and I got the clapper for the movie. Take two. I'm going England. I'm going England, Lou. I'm going England. Okay,
I've saved you there, Glenn, for when you go on now.
Thank you. Me and little Glenn appreciate that. Little Glenn's here with me today.
I was like, that's not Switzerland. That's definitely not. Switzerland's got a little white cross on it.
That's me and my buddy.
Yeah, little Glenn, yeah.
He's waving
Cat's there with you?
Little Wilmer Flores is sleeping. He said, I'm not coming out of hibernation until I get a contract. And I got Phil. Old man Phil is like old man Devers. You know, when he gets heated up, he'll show up, but he's sleeping too. He's sleeping like Devers. There you go.
Speaking of Flores, so you obviously everyone knows his check swing pool in 2021, right?
Yeah.
He didn't go. But did you see in the minors they're doing a check swing review now, like the ABS? We now for check swings.
That'll be next in the majors. Oh Jesus! You know, can you see it? Especially Liam, you at a young age. When are they going to the umpires will be done? If I'm in the umpires union, I'm surprised they're not allowing this to go without a big fight. Because next it'll be that, and then it'll be you get 5 calls a game, and then they're just gonna say, well, we don't need the umpires union.
Yeah, just stand there and just look like you're doing something. They'll soon have like a wrist buzzer where it just buzz strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was interesting way back, but a year and a half ago, Eric and I had a former major leaguer, Matt Stairs, big home run hitter, won the World Series with Philadelphia, played on a lot of different teams. He was on the show and he says, a lot of people watching and just the average fan don't realize when they show that box around home plate, the camera angle is never exactly at, the 180, just viewing right on.
Yeah.
He said, that's off a few. You never get a true call if you follow the box. You gotta, at least they put it up. That's one thing I like is how fast they're doing the replays of the ball strikes. And they put it on the big scoreboard in center field of all the major league stadiums. So when you see that, the color lights up red if it's a strike. They show that in all the stadiums. So I like that. But I'm telling you, a lot of umpires feel that they're being shown up a little bit.
Okay, so Glenn, I've not been able to get to a game. So what is it like when they do challenge it and it's overturned? How does the crowd react?
At Oracle Park, they're never usually into it anyway. It's just a little, yay. They don't get. We were just telling you were on the show with us yesterday. Were you? When I said to Eric, I said, "There's no atmosphere at Oracle Park of all the."
Yeah, and then I came on and I said, Wrigley, it's like a football match over here, whereas Oracle Park, snooker or golf.
Yeah.
America, basically.
Because I'm not in America, exactly. Because I'm not in America, I can say this. Okay, Americans are always we're the best at everything. We're the greatest at everything. Well, how come when I go to a game and you ever see a game in Korea? it's like going to a soccer pitch and seeing it from the first inning to the ninth inning. It's rah, 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 and then they've got the young Korean girls. They have cheerleaders in baseball there.
Yeah.
And it's a big to do. And in Major League Baseball, it's just like fly ball, and you hear a spattering. That's it. People, too many people sucking down their Budweisers and stuffing their face with hot dogs. $30.
It's funny, the perception of Americans over here. You wouldn't believe how much we take the piss out of them. I mean,
I bet.
we mock their atmosphere all the time.
I bet, rightly so. And given the political climate, man, it's being in Canada right now is not such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Not such a bad thing, but I'm still wearing my hat. And you can't say, here, I might be able to, if I lose the microphone, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm unplugging you for the volume. People, I've got a cat named Wilmer Flores. Can you see? Oh, can you see him? Oh, you can't. Can you see? I've got the big 9-foot. You can just see him holding the bat there. See the big
yes,
orange? Yeah. That's actually a banner of Wilmer Flores that fell off the light pole outside the stadium one night at about 2:30 in the morning. It just fell. So I brought it home. I put it up on the wall. Big 9-foot Wilmer Flores. Two of them just fell off the pole. There was one of him and one of this one. You'll be able to see better. There's the famous bridge. Can you see my Jeff Samardzija?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
See the size of that? And I was just walking along and it fell down right off the telephone pole at 2 in the morning. I was like, hey, I'll take it.
Fell in your lap, yeah?
Yeah. Eric didn't buy into the story. I'm like, Eric, it happened that way, and that's my story. And if the police ask, I'm sticking it to it. So
I'd take wherever I can get.
Not
my fault it fell in my lap.
I got Giants shirts hanging up. Man, it's like an old Elks Lodge in here. You go to the Elks Lodge and they get I got so much junk hanging around. It's just crazy.
See, all my stuff is 49ers, really.
See, I'm not a big the Winnipeg Blue Bombers beat the Calgary Stampeders 30-28 on Friday night to open up the Canadian Football League season. You're not into the CFL. You like that boring.
I couldn't name you one Canadian team.
I just told you. Calgary Stampeders, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Toronto Argonauts, British Columbia Lions, the Edmonton Elks, the Ottawa Renegades, the Montreal Alouettes. Lou, my co-host over here on Giant Sports Talk, he's a big CFL guy. He's from the Bay Area.
Is he?
Big CFL guy. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was kind of, when a guy says he likes it, he'll throw a stat or two at you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, stop. You're taking your shots. He's like, no, I love that game. So I come to find out he's a big CFL guy.
Wow. By the way, Giants didn't do anything. Adama struck out, Lee grounded out, and Horner just grounded out in the bottom of the third. So you're not missing anything, Glenn, so far.
No, I was going to say, I got to get over to the newsroom because I'm doing the morning show on radio here tomorrow morning. I got to get everything planned, everything ready. The news has to be all set. So I'm going to go get some work done. I just wanted to drop in. I asked if I could do this yesterday. You graciously accepted that I could come on. And I knew it was 9 innings. Hopefully more people will want to come on. You can put out the link if you so care to have other guests. And
briefly, just a question. I know you obviously used to commentate hockey, right? I've just got into hockey, okay? So you got to tell me, I'm a Sharks fan, right? Their future's bright, right? They've got a good future.
Oh, absolutely. They're doing what the San Francisco Giants failed to do. They kind of broke it down. Anybody who was under contract of any stature was gone. Yeah. Even guys I thought were young, if they had a young player, like they had a goaltender 2 seasons ago, Mackenzie Blackwood. I raved about him when he played for the New Jersey Devils. Played in a bad New Jersey team, but his stats wouldn't lead you to believe that. We land him. He signs with San Jose. And then they trade him. I'm like, what are you doing? It was youth or bust with that team. And when you build young, you keep Liam in hockey especially. You get those top 5 draft picks, dude, you're getting the cream of the crop. You're getting the best there is. Put 4 or 5 of them on the same team. Then it gives you 4 or 5 great players. Will Smith is a great player. Macklin Celebrini is a good player. Sharks, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. They had the ball drop a couple of weeks ago. I think they're getting number 2 pick this year. They're going to go
Yeah.
after a young defenseman. Mark my words, Liam. I'll come on another show and you can rag me out if I'm wrong. They're going to draft a young defenseman out of the
Yeah, that's
Canadian
what they
Hockey
need,
League.
isn't it? Yeah. Anyway,
They
Glenn,
get a young
I pre-
defenseman, man. They're building for the future. So yeah, I think their future is bright, but they're doing what the Giants should do: go young, let it. It's like I call it. It's like planting a garden. There's nothing there now. But little loving, little water, little sunshine. What happens? You grow this beautiful garden. That's what the Giants have to do. They have to grow a team, grow it from within, draft picks, and smart trades, and stop. God, I get so worked up. Stop bringing me in guys who are 28 and 30, and no more of these 7-year contracts, please. No more.
Yep.
And no more Buster Posey, but that's just my on the way out. All right, you enjoy your 9 innings of baseball over there. I'll come on with you again if I can someday. I love talking ball. I love hanging out with you. So I
Yes,
just
I
got other
appreciate it,
things on the
Glenn.
Sunday
Yes,
night.
and if you're watching, make sure to go and check out Giant Sports Talk Live because they do it best over there. So yes, thank you, Glenn. I'll see you on the post game show as well.
You're always welcome to join us over there. We'll throw out the link, and we'll know that you have an in-depth look at the game because you're following it pitch by pitch over here. So if anybody should be on our show tonight, it would be you because you're going to have some great coverage, I am sure. Thanks again, buddy, and I'll see you real soon on the show.
That's much appreciated, Glenn. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Good job.
That was Glenn from Giant Sports Talk Live. Make sure to go and check out their channel. They've helped promote mine. I got to help promote them. They've done so much for me, so it's much appreciated. As I was reading your chat, Spencer, but no, yeah, they've got 2 runners on here, the Cubs, 2 outs. Just as Glenn can go and catch the action here because that's just happening now. The Ballesteros, the batter. We'll see what the Cubs do here in the bottom of the inning. Yes, no, love talking ball with Glenn. I listen to them. They provided me so much, and I can only thank them for coming on. Yes, Glenn, thank you. Yes. Much appreciated. As it's Ballesteros looking to drive in 2 runners here for the Cubs. And as Spencer says, it's 2-1 now. As there's a full strike 3 to end. Sorry, to make it 2-2. I was going to say to end the inning there. No, it's just 2-2. Ballesteros, actually a guy I know quite well. Started off really hot for the Cubs, and then he has fallen off a cliff in recent weeks. But they'll be hoping he can drive in a run here. One nothing Giants then. We'll see if they can hold on to this lead early. Probably not though, because they're the Giants, right? As they've showed an updated wind graphic now. It is blowing in from all parts of the field and blowing in a lot. As the pitch there is fouled off and it remains 2-2. Got a nice view of Glenn's room there, Spencer, by the way. As another pitch is fouled off and it remains 2-2. Yeah, but me and you expect that flag was definitely an England flag. They definitely ripped off Glenn there. Yeah, I'm not really into the no caffeine. I seem to um I seem to go to sleep just fine when having caffeine. Maybe that's because I'm a little bit younger, by the way. As there's a base hit to centre field, that's going to score 1 run as the game is tied. Like I said, you knew this Giants team were going to blow it here. So it's 1-1. The lead lasted 2 innings, which is actually quite a long time for them, as Ballesteros got a base hit up the middle. So it's 1-1 game here, and it'll be runners at the corners for Michael Bush. And they're probably going to get another hit here, the Cubs, because this is what the Giants do. We're going to get a mound visit here. PCA is really happy. So 1-1 here on Sunday Night Baseball. It's actually timed. The times worked well there. Giants scored. Glenn comes on. Nothing happens. Have a nice conversation. He goes as there's a swing and a miss by Michael Bush on a changeup. He goes. Nothing happens. Sorry, he is in. Nothing happens. He comes in. Oh, all the runs start scoring again, which is fine. It's nice to have guests. It's nice just to talk baseball with people. It's all Glenn's fault, Spencer, right? By the way, Spencer, I've got game slightly delayed. I'm trying to look at it on my phone just to keep up in time, but sometimes the phone doesn't refresh. But it's 1-2 here. As there's a called strike, a sinker down the middle there by McDonald, but there was no swing, and Michael Bush will call a timeout. McDonald, 9 of the first 12 pitches were strikes, as that pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Giants scored in the top of the first. Jung-Hoo Lee extended his hitting streak to 15 games. Cubs have responded here by a Ballesteros RBI single. As a 2-2 pitch to Michael Bush. Is they swing and a miss at the changeup, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs just get the one. We go to the top of the fourth, and it's a 1-1 here. So McDonald able to escape that jam there with only giving up the 1 run, which is fine. So we're tied at 1-1. Eldridge, Chapman, and Suzak will be due up in the top half of the inning. We'll see if the Giants can respond. No, Spencer, as well. Whenever I have a guest on, I never play the bye bye the boom boom baseball song. So all I want to play is boom boom baseball, but I can never do it because they never score any runs or they never hit. Well, they never score any runs, but they also never hit home runs as well. So it's 1-1 here, and it's a competitive baseball game. So the Giants so far aren't embarrassing themselves on Sunday Night Baseball. As come on, I want to see a Bryce Eldridge home run. Feels like Bryce Eldridge is due. Don't know if we're gonna get home runs today though with this weather, because it really does dictate it with Wrigley. Really does. So 1-1. Come on, Eldridge. Come on, hit a bomb. This is why we're watching for you, Bryce. Got to prove Glenn wrong. Anthony, you're right. Yeah. Luckily, when I've luckily when I've been streaming them, Anthony, they've actually hit a few more home runs because they played in Colorado and in Sacramento. But yeah. Obviously, they had the game one of this series where it was like, oh, I hit it too much, and then they're like, you have to say that song for July. I tell you what, though, Anthony, if I had the a song for every time they walked, or like a little ding, it would never get played because they never walk. So it's 1-1 here. Yeah, on Friday it got it's 0-2 to Bryce Eldridge as he takes a curveball there at the bottom of the zone. Close pitch, just caught the bottom of the zone, and he'll call a timeout. Yeah, crazy. They hit 7 home runs. As that ball's in the dirt, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to the Giants' top prospect, Bryce Eldridge, batting 288 and an 813 OPS. He has a good eye, Bryce Eldridge, as that pitch is outside, and it's 2-2. Yes, Glenn was on the show. If we had some good conversations, I always appreciate Glenn coming on. As there it's 3-2 to Bryce Eldridge. That pitch is a close pitch. A sinker there on the inside corner just misses, and it'd be a full count to Bryce Eldridge. 1-1 game, wind blowing in, Sunday Night Baseball. Is Anthony Rizzo doing Sunday Night Baseball? Because if he is, then it's bloody biased because he normally does it. As that pitch is fouled off, and it's 3-2. Still, as a 3-2 pitch to Bryce Eldridge is ball 4. So Bryce Eldridge gets a lead-off walk there. That's what we like to see from Bryce. He's got a good eye. He's like one of the only players on this team with a good eye. So Eldridge walks. That'll bring up Matt Chapman. Chapman actually walked in the first inning. By the way, if you don't know, I mean, I assume you guys do know, but their starting pitcher went out of the game injured. Don't know if that's a good thing for the Giants because he's not very good. So they're going to have to face their bullpen, and it changes game plan for both teams a bit. As Matt Chapman hits a wick ground ball, Bregman coming in. Bregman, he can't make the play as he can't even pick the ball up, and that'll be an infield single for Matt Chapman, and it'll be runners at first and second. Yeah, Anthony, I had to go on and call out Glenn on that one because to me, I'm impressed with Bryce Eldridge. Yeah, the kid's 21. He's hit a few balls that could have been home runs that weren't. Had a bit of unluckiness. He's been a bit unlucky. It's probably the more correct way to say it. I agree. I don't even think it'll be 5 years. I think 1 to 2 years. The guy's gonna be a power hitter. So scoring opportunity here for the Giants as Suzak squared to bunt, but he didn't. He took high and it's 1-0. Assad, the pitcher, he's at 32 pitches. So there's a called strike with a sinker to Suzak, and it's 1-1. Suzak falling off a bit of a cliff here in June. As expected, every hitter goes through their ups and downs. As Suzak takes a ball there, and it's 2-1. Gilbert's on deck. Gilbert bunted his first time up. Giants actually played small ball. We had Glenn in the chat, and he's like, "We need to play small ball." Well, they actually played small ball when when Glenn was in, as it's 3-1 now to Bryce Eldridge. So Assad's got to throw a strike here to the Giants catcher. As a 3-1 pitch to Suzak is a ground ball to Bregman. Bregman will fire it over to second. He'll fire it over to Bush, and that's a double play. Well, Suzak's he has fallen off a bit of a cliff here, and that was not a great play there. Double play by Suzak, and Giants threat immediately shrinks massively with that double play. And now it'll be down to Gilbert to try and drive in the run. I know, as soon as you trade away Bailey, that bloody Suzak goes to crap. As Gilbert fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. I think I saw a stat where he's got a 32 WRC plus Suzak in like the last 2 weeks or something. As Gilbert fouls off the next pitch and it's 0-2. Giants aren't going to score here, are they? Typical Giants. Get the first two runners on. Yeah. So it's so Giants. As there's a curveball there to Gilbert, but it misses and it's 1-2. They're actually going to challenge that pitch, and that's going to be a successful challenge. That was a good challenge there. That's going to end the inning as the call's overturned. And we go to the bottom of the fourth, and the Giants squander an opportunity to score there. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 game. Yeah. It's you say unbelievable, Spencer, but it is it's not unbelievable, is it? It's classic Giants that. So both teams still have their challenges left. The thing is as well, Bailey would have struck out there instead of hitting the double play. And actually a strikeout would have been better. So Craig Cancels loving that, by the way. Calm down, Craig Cancel. Come on. You're playing the Giants. It's not like you're playing the Yankees or the Braves. You're playing the Giants. No crap you bloody got out of the inning. As Glenn was saying, he likes to watch other teams as well. I was watching the Yankees v the Red Sox earlier. Oh, how nice it would be to have a pitcher like Schlittler. We've got the ballpark to develop good young pitching. We actually had a Schlittler type in Harrison, and we traded him away. Drew Kavanagh might get a chance next year to earn the job if there's baseball next year. Yeah. I saw a photo of his baseball savant, and it looked pretty good. He's in AAA. It'd be interesting as well, Anthony. Will they draft a catcher in the upcoming draft? Vaughn Lackey, is it? If he falls to them, would they take him? I don't know. Be interesting to see. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, and it'll be Alex Bregman leading off the inning for the Cubs. Giants squander the opportunity as Bregman takes a ball and it's 1-0. I think this catching thing may be a cycle that doesn't end. I actually like what I've seen from Suzak, but he's definitely going through it right now. As there's a called strike to Bregman, and it's 1-1. Now I have a feeling Bregman may do something today. Don't know why. I just have a feeling. He had a bad game yesterday offensively, although he's now behind 1-2 as he took a strike right down the middle there. Actually, in the exact same spot. Yeah, we all know the last catcher they drafted high up as well. Bloody Joey Bart. As there's a swing and a miss at a slider by McDonald to Bregman. Goes down on strikes for out number 1. And you got to think, Buster Posey, if he truly sees a catcher he likes, it'd be hard not for him to draft. It'd be hard not for him to draft a catcher. Yeah, he must be really tempted. As Ian Happ takes a called strike there at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. McDonald looking pretty solid so far. That's the thing with McDonald. When he pitches, it's like he hasn't got, stuff that will blow you away, but it's solid. It's like what you want your fourth to fifth starter to be, right? As Ian Happ hits a drive to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to get to the corner. Lee's going to have to get to that one. We'll see if he goes for a triple here. Happ around second. Happ's going for third. Ian Happ's going to have a triple there, and that's going to be a 1-out triple for Ian Happ. Well, we're in trouble now. And Suzuki will be up, looking to drive in the run here. McDonald needs a quick inning. I'm tired of seeing the book. Yeah, yeah. Every start, it's 4 or 5 innings at the most. We'll see if Suzuki, as he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Can drive in the run here for the Cubs. I agree. McDonald, got to go long. Got to save this bullpen. Apart from Logan Webb, I can't remember a starter going past. Roop got into the 6th, but he didn't complete 6. I can't remember the last starter to complete 6. As there's a foul ball there by Suzuki, and it's 0-2. I went to the right fielder for the Cubs. As he is looking to drive in the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th. As Suzuki hits a line drive, but it's caught by Adames for out number 2. So a big out there for McDonald. Can he get out the inning? And it'll be Nico Horner, normally second baseman for the Cubs, but playing shortstop today. Yeah, McDonald, he's at 58 pitches so far. So, as he throws a ball there. So actually not too many for this stage. You kind of want to be at around that, as Kruko, if you listen to Kruko, he loves this thing every time. Oh, you want to be at 15 pitches. It takes 15 pitches you want to be at per inning. So after 4, you want to be at 60 pitches. That's what Kruko would say. As that ball got away from McDonald, and it's 2-0. Yeah, I remember that, Anthony. Yeah, his first start was electric, and it was like he had a sub 2 ERA in his first 3 career starts, and then he had that horror inning against the White Sox because he was okay at Dodger Stadium, as it's now 3-0 to Nico Horner. But Marley and Hauser, you know they ain't getting past 5, and normally Root will walk too many, so he won't get past 5. I tend to like Root as there's a called strike and it's 3-1. Giants playing the Nationals at home next. As 3-1 pitch to Horner is a ball way outside. That wasn't even close. So that'd be a walk, and it'll be runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And Ramirez, the second baseman, will be the batter. As we're going to get a mound visit here. Come on, McDonald. It's interesting, McDonald. I was listening after that game that you're talking about, Anthony, against the Padres. I listened to the Padres manager, and he basically said, well, his fastball, his sinker was a couple miles an hour quicker. So his adrenaline must have been pumping. I don't actually know if his sinker is not as quick. He's not as got as much pace and break on it as he did in that first start. But I did note that. I thought, okay, a bit like Kyle Harrison's first performance a couple of years ago against the Reds, I think it was, when he struck out, I think it was 10 in 7 innings. It's like the adrenaline factor. So you always have to be careful with these pitches when they come up. What is the air adrenaline proper, pushing them through it? As that pitch is low to Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1 today. He's just batting 238, but only in 21 at bats, and he's 22 years old. As there's a called strike with the sinker. Is that his sinker right now is 93, 94. I think against the Padres it was 95, 96. So 1-1 here to Ramirez as McDonald fires, and there's a ball in the dirt, and it's 3-1. So we want him to go quick here, and he's losing the strike zone a bit here. McDonald. That's a 2-1 pitch to Ramirez. He's on the back foot. Back foot slider there, but no chase. And it's 3-1 now. And the count is in the hitter's advantage here. As he got to throw strikes, McDonald. As the 3-1 pitch here is not close again. That's going to be yet another walk, and we're going to have the bases loaded. And yeah, here we go indeed. Bases loaded for Carson Kelly. Disaster class could be. As 0-1 pitch here to the 0-0 pitch here to Carson Kelly. He's a cool strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Can McDonald escape this jam? I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got a good feeling. As the 0-1 pitch to Kelly, he got him to chase a slider way outside there, and it's 0-2. And Kelly's going to call a timeout. Not happy with himself there for chasing out the zone that much. Got a bit eager there, did Kelly, with the bases loaded. And the Giants will take it. So timeout there. As the 0-2 pitch, that one's even further outside. And this time Kelly doesn't chase, and it's 1-2. Kelly is batting ninth for the Cubs, but he's no mug. Base it here, and this thing could get ugly. With Pete Crow-Armstrong on deck. As a 1-2 pitch here to Carson Kelly. McDonald in the windup. His pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and McDonald gets out of it. Well, McDonald there with a huge strikeout of Carson Kelly to get out the inning unscathed, and we go to the top of the fifth. Woo! Big strikeout, and the Cubs leave the bases loaded. Yeah, if his baseball savant said 93.8 miles an hour, that's kind of what he's been throwing this game. So I think the first start there, when he was at his best, it was that adrenaline. So it'd be Schmidt, Devers, and Arise to bat for the Giants in the top of the fifth. Giants looking to get a series win, and this road trip started an absolute disaster. You lost 2 out of 3 in Colorado when you really should have won 2 out of 3, but you blew away the game because you didn't have a closer. Just actually, you know what? As then you lost the first 2 in Milwaukee. You're thinking disaster road trip, but you've won 3 of the next 4. But in saying that, the closer thing, everyone goes on about the whole season. Just think about this road trip. If you ever close in Colorado, you win that game. That's 2-1 in Colorado. If you have a closer yesterday, you win that. That's 2-0 in Chicago. That is a 6-3 road trip going into this game. How much better would a 6-3 road trip feel? And you wouldn't have came into the road trip 12 or 13 games under. You probably would have came into the road trip 6. Really, Anthony? Last year's average sinker velo was 86. That's a crazy jump. As be Casey Schmidt to lead the inning here. As Assad remains in the game for the Cubs. As Schmidt swings at the first pitch. That's a ground ball to the first baseman Bush. Bush will pick it up himself and take it to first base for out number 1. And a 1 pitch out there, as Spencer says, for Casey Schmidt. And that'll bring up Rafi Devers, who in a tie game yesterday, his solo shot gave the Giants a lead, but they could not hold on. They couldn't even hold on an inning because Pete Crow-Armstrong tied it up straight away. As Devers takes a cool strike, a fastball there at 93, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Rafi Devers. Anthony, what do you make of Rafi Devers? I'm kind of like he's been really disappointing as that pitch is way outside and it's 1-on-1. The guy I was looking at it with Glenn. The guy's on base is less than 300. It's like, come on. When he got traded to the Giants, I'm pretty sure it was like 400 is on base. It was one of the best in baseball. As Devers fouls off that pitch and it's 1-2. Yeah, yeah, Tyone, Talion, Tyo. I think Italian is it? Yeah. When Glenn was on, actually, I didn't see what the injury was because I was speaking to Glenn, but he came out of the game in the top of the second. As 2-2 here to Devers, and a 2-2 pitch. Devers swings and misses at a change up there, and he strikes out. I think Anthony, that was a shame for the Giants though, because they scored against him in the top of the first. He's not very good. As a Rise takes a fastball, and it's owned one. Like Devers as well. I know he hit the home run yesterday, but he started to swing and miss that fastball again, which he was doing in April. I thought, I remember stretches with the Red Sox as that pitch is low to a rise and it's 1-1. I remember stretches where it's like he's homered in 5 straight games. Right now for the Giants, you'd be lucky if you homered in back-to-back games, let alone 5 straight. Just not the play you thought they were trading for. As the 1-1 pitch here to Luis Rise. It's a high fly ball. Centre field. Pete Crow-Armstrong will make the catch, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's still 1-1 here as Giants go down in order. So the middle of the lineup couldn't do anything there, as that was a quick inning to Assad. That's what I think, Anthony. I think they're screwed as well with the Devers contract. But I saw on MLB Network, John Heyman was saying the Giants could shop him, but they wouldn't get a haul back. To me, it's like I don't care. I know Glenn wants to get some good players back. I don't care about getting anyone back. I would just get rid of him and get off the money and utilize that somewhere else. We could get, a bag of peanuts, and I wouldn't care. Just get off his contract because this is what he's like at 29, which who knows if he's 29. I'm not going to speculate that he's not. I know there's some people out there that do, but if this is what he's like now, he's only going to get worse. And this to me is not helping the Giants. And when Glenn was on, he said, come 2029, when maybe the young players come up from the minors, what's Devers going to be like then? It's just totally confusing to me that Buster Posey would make that trade for Rafi Devers and then not go all in this offseason. I thought the Devers trade was a sign that he's going all in, but they do nothing in the offseason. As Pete Crow-Armstrong will lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Cubs as he takes a ball in the dirt by McDonald, who's at 72 pitches, and it's 1-0. Pete Crow-Armstrong, the hero from yesterday. Yeah, just a long reliever, right? That's where, to be honest, that's where you want Hauser, and I want Marley in the bullpen as well, either as a long reliever or as just a one-inning guy. Like, I'm sure you and Spencer saw Wizenhunt won the pitcher of the month down in AAA. Why is Wizenhunt not up? I think he had another 10 strikeout game last night as Pete Armstrong fouls off that pitch and it's 1-1. As the 1-1 pitch here to Pete Crow-Armstrong is fouled off. Slider there on the outside corner. He fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Probably. If you could get out the Devers contract now, just do, because as you said, probably going to be unplayable in a few years. As the 1-2 pitch to Pete Crow-Armstrong is swung on a miss for out number 1. Change up in the dirt, and PCA goes down this time. As Ballesteros, who had the RBI single in the bottom of the third, will come up to bat, and he takes a ball way outside, and it's 1-0. I think if of all the contracts, I think you could get out of the Chapman one possibly, just because if he turns it around and gets hot, as there's a called strike to Ballesteros and it's 1-1, then I could see a team taking on the Chapman contract because his defense is still great, similar to Patrick Bailey. Chapman does not fit this Giants roster, and you've got his replacement already. Chapman on the Yankees would be, good, especially when Judge comes back and you have Judge, Rice, Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm. As it's 2-2 here to Ballesteros, the DH for the Cubs. And this will be where it's interesting for McDonald. 3 opponents are batting 300, third time through the lineup against him. As the 2-2 pitch is high and outside, and it'd be a full count here to the young DH for the Cubs. Giants have actually had a few scoring opportunities. They had runner at second and third. They had lead-off runners get to first and second, unable to score. Cubs last inning did have the bases loaded as 3-2 pitch is ball 4, as that one's low. Giants won't challenge it. So that's a walk, a 1-out walk for Ballesteros. And walks are rally starters. And McDonald, he's had a few of them the last couple of innings. That's 3 walks now for McDonald. As Michael Bush will come up, he's over 2 with 2 strikeouts as he takes in the dirt, and it's 1-0. And, McDonald now is walking a few. He's falling behind in the count. He's just throwing more balls in general. As the 1-0 pitch to Michael Bush is fouled off, a sinker there right down the middle, but Bush is only able to foul it off, and it's 1-1. Bush, the hero yesterday, although you could call Barracoto the villain, as he could not pick the ball up cleanly. Didn't even try to throw it home. Giants would have lost it anyway, but didn't even try. As it's 2-1 as that pitch is high to Matt Chapman. If you thought Chapman can't stand Chapman, wait. Yeah. The Giants need to do what the Brewers did, as it's 3-1 now to Michael Bush. As that pitch wasn't even close. The Giants need to do what the Brewers do, load up on the pen with starters that can go only twice. Yeah. I'd copy whatever the Brewers do, really. In theory, just do Brewers ball on steroids because you have more money to spend. As a 3-1 pitch here to Michael Bush. It's a line drive caught by Chapman. Chapman will fire it over to first, and that'll be a double play. A double play there as Matt Chapman fires it over, and Ballesteros couldn't get back to first in time on the line drive. And rookie mistake there by Ballesteros. What are you taught when there's a line drive? To freeze. We go to the top of the sixth, and the Giants would take that as that was a double play that quickly ended the inning. Also, bit of luck. If that was hit 2 feet either side of Chapman, that's a base hit. So Adamas, Lee, and Eldridge will be up for the Gigantes. One game here. Actually, the last couple of games this series have been quite good, low-scoring games. Now, yesterday was really annoying because I thought the Giants were actually going to go on a nice little win streak, even though they're not that good. Yeah, Anthony, don't get me started on Devers. What a disappointment Devers is. That's Anthony. I said that yesterday. It was 1-1. They took Reap out, and I said, it's a battle of the bullpens now. It can only end one way. It's the same again today. It's it's going to be a battle of the bullpens again. And last year, with Rogers and Rodriguez, you'd fancy the Giants in a battle of the bullpen. This year, I know their bullpen got off to a good start, but is it one of the worst bullpens in the league? I really think it could be one of the worst bullpens in the league. You don't have a closer, you don't have a setup guy, you don't have a seventh inning guy. Right now, Matt Gage is on the IR, and Matt Gage was like your best left-hander. Miller can't throw strikes. I like Wynn, but he gave up the long ball yesterday. Um, Dylan Smith, I need to see more. Just their bullpen's crap. So Willie Adames then leading off the inning. He swings at the first pitch. That's a ground ball to Bregman. Bregman will fire it over to Bush for out number one. What is it with Giants swinging first pitch? So Adames out on the first pitch as Lee takes a strike there, and it's 0-1. Lee with the Giants RBI as he's on a 15-game hitting streak. Yeah. Basically, Walker was good until Justin Verlander pitched. And then if Justin Verlander pitched, Walker, don't get him in the game. He was like, I do not want you getting near 300 wins, Justin. That's a ball to Jung Hoo Lee, and it's 1-1. But this year, as 1-1 pitch to Jung Hoo Lee is a ground ball to Ramirez. Ramirez will fire it over to first, and that's the second down. Thing with Walker, when he first came up, right, as Eldridge takes a curveball on the outside, and it's 1-0. When he first came up, he was able to tunnel the sinker and slider so well. I remember seeing a thing to Kyle Schwarber where they showed a sinker and a slider, and they were following the same path for ages. And a sinker broke away and got the outside corner, and a slider dived in on the back foot. And I'm thinking that guy is nasty. As it's 2-1 now to Eldridge, as that curve was in the dirt. This year, the guy just like threw the slider never. It was like sinker, 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 slider. It's weird because it's a bit like Duvall. As it's 2-2 now to Eldridge. Duvall was the same thing. Duvall would get 2 slider happy. It's weird. Why do Giants pitchers do that? As Eldridge, it's a high fly ball to left field. This should end the inning. And it does, as Ian Happ makes the catch. So the Giants, how quickly are the Giants going through the innings here? My word. We go to the bottom of the 6th. These top half of the innings are going bloody quick. So Eldridge is 0 for 2 now. And Assad has done his job brilliantly. As emergency pitcher, he's came in due to the injury. And hasn't missed a heartbeat. As it's 1-1 and we go to the bottom of the 6th. I don't think we'll be seeing many, if any, home runs today. Because the wind is at the start of the game, the wind was kind of blowing in, but not too much in left field. They showed it halfway through the game. The wind was increased and it was blowing way more in. So I think whichever team can realise small ball is the way to go is probably going to win this game. Yeah. Like, to Kyle Schwarber, did he throw like 7 straight sinkers? Like, come on. A guy like Kyle Schwarber, he only needs to see that pitch twice before he's going to hit it. Somehow you got to 7, but he eventually was going to punish you. And the thing is, even though he only threw the sinker, he didn't even have good control on the sinker. His sinker control was inconsistent as well. So, Giants haven't scored since the top of the 1st. How long will it be before the Cubs take the lead? We'll see if the Giants go to the bullpen or not. McDonald, solid pitcher. And looks like we're actually going to get a pitching change here. So here we go, folks. The shit show's about to start. Welcome to what we call Giants bullpen meltdown. It's about to begin here because bloody JT Brubaker's coming in. Wow. In a 1-1 game, we're bringing in Brubaker. That's the state of this bullpen. Oh, this could be a disaster. As Brubaker gets a swing and a miss there on a hanging slider to Bregman. I've said Bregman's going to do something big, but he does look a bit cold at the plate because that one was a hanger. As the 0-1 pitch here to Bregman, Brubaker. 3.09 ERA this season. Bregman hits a high fly ball to left centre field. Gilbert going back. The wind, though, is making him come in. He'll make the catch, though. And the wind would have had a heavy impact on that one. We saw in game number 1 what happens when the wind blows out. Balls can't stop flying. As there's a strike to Happ, who tripled last time up, but the Cubs were unable to get him in. Yeah. As there's a strike and it's 1-1. I say this to Spencer almost every game when it comes to the bullpen. Who's going to blow it today? Who's going to? Yesterday it was Win. Today, who have they even got anymore? I mean, you know, their bullpen arms come up, down, up, down. I'll go Sam Henches if he even comes in the game. I'll go him to blow it today. As it's 2-1 now to Hap. Yeah. It's crazy how much impact wind has on the baseball. It's way more than you'd think. At Oracle Park, you see it as there's a high fly ball to left field. Commit playing left will make the catch for the second out. You see at Oracle Park with the pop ups where it's windy and it sometimes falls for it bloops in there. As there's a strike to Suzuki. Right field, more of a DH really. Yeah, that's two balls that went over 300 feet there by Brubaker. As 0-2 now to Suzuki. It's not Brubaker's fault they're bringing him into a close game though, is it? I mean, yeah, the guy's not had a bad year, but come on, this bloody Brubaker. What's Brubaker gonna do? As that pitch is fouled off, and it remains 0-2 to Suzuki. I thought it was. I actually don't mind Brubaker. Ever since the Reds thing, when they were talking crap, and Suzuki hits a line drive up the middle for a base hit. That will be a 2-out single for Suzuki, and that will bring up Nico Horner. Yeah, ever since the Reds incident, actually, that's when the Reds series was when I thought, right now the season's actually started. You got swept by the Yankees. Yeah, you lost to the Mets at home. That's when I thought the season started. Final game in Cincinnati where there was a bit of fire. I liked Eric Miller and I liked Brubaker. Now I don't really like Eric Miller as Horner takes the ball. Even Anthony, you seem like a guy that likes Baseball Savant a lot. Last year, Eric Miller is pretty good ERA. Go and check his expected ERA. I think it was over 4. He was a luck merchant last year. It's 1-1 here to Horner. As Horner hits a high fly ball. This one's going to centre field. Gilbert will make the catch. And that was an inning of wind blowing out on Friday like it was. Then 3 solo shots may have happened that inning. Instead, wind blowing in. Brubaker looks like a great pitcher. So we go to the top of the 7th. Still 1-1. Brubaker is more middle relief pitcher. Yeah. No, I agree. I think Brubaker is like a sad for them kind of, but not doesn't go as long. He was a former starter, right? So yeah, that's the guy you bring in when you're blowing someone out or you're getting blown out, not in a 1-1 game. Yeah. After LA, you knew the team was finished. To me, it was Arizona. It could tell, when Ketel Marte hit the walk-off home run. Yeah. That's when I proper was like, yeah, this bullpen thing's definitely cost you a buster. As yet, we are tied at 1 through 6. We'll see if the Giants can come out on top of the battle of the bullpens. Although technically they're already losing 1-0 because Assad's part of the bullpen. And since he's came in, Giants haven't scored. Who was Brew Baker with? Was it with the Pirates? Was he a starter with the Pirates? I know Baraki was on the Pirates. Yeah, I'm gonna check. Who was Brew Baker with? Yeah, Pittsburgh. Then last year he was at New York before we got him. Oh my god. Matt Chapman swings at the first pitch. He hits a weak ground ball to the pitcher who fires it over to first base for the first out. And what are we doing? Can we stop swinging at the first pitch, please? How many first pitch outs do you want to start innings? It's like basically this whole game is like you've only got 2 outs per inning. Why are we bloody swinging at the first pitch in every inning and getting out? It's bloody annoying. What we're doing? Take a pitch, please. You're not hitting a home run today. As Gilbert takes a strike. You ain't hitting a home run today. Take the pitch, try and work a walk, play small ball. That's how you're going to win this game. Stop swinging at the first pitch and get out. It's annoying. As Suzak fouls off that pitch and it's 0-2. Yeah, they're probably had enough of this road trip. They're like, oh, can't be arsed after last night. Seriously. It's like when the umpires just start calling everything a strike. Oh, it's Sunday night baseball. We need to get our sleep. We're at a game tomorrow. We just got to get out of here. As Suzak fouls off that pitch, and it remains 0-2. Oh, don't. It's embarrassing how little this team walks. I cannot believe how little this team walks. As Suzak takes in the dirt there, and it's 1-2. You thought with Devers, your walks would be up, and with a smaller strike zone. Not the Giants. No one actually fears the Giants. There's 2-2 now to Suzak. Hobie Milner is warming up in the pen, a lefty for the Cubs. And there's 3 straight balls by Assad. And it'll be a full count to Suzak. Can he work a walk? That's like what you gonna do today. As Suzak, it's a fly ball to centre field. PCA will make the catch for out number 2. As a lot of these balls are getting knocked down by the wind. As that'll bring up Drew Gilbert. Gilbert is 0 for 1. Did have a sack bunt. Gilbert. Will take low. And it's 1-0. As Spencer's slightly ahead of me, but he's saying it's time for the stretch. As Gilbert hits a sharp fly ball to Pete Crow-Armstrong, who again will make the catch. So back-to-back outs to PCA. And as Spencer says, we're going to the bottom of the 7th. The Giants, yet again, with no base runners. Feels like they haven't had a base runner for a donkey's years. As it's time for the 7th inning stretch here on Jolly Good takes. All right. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th here. And Anthony, you're completely right. The Giants can fuck off because they let this relief pitcher, who wasn't even expecting to come in for that many innings, maybe he thought he was going to come in for a couple of innings after this starter, just dominates the Giants. It's classic Giants there. They catch a break with the starting pitcher going down, and they don't take any advantage of it. As Ramirez will lead off the inning, he takes the ball, and it's 1-0. As they're showing the NL Central standings, I did not realize the Reds have fallen off. 2 games in now, the Reds. Unbelievable, this Giants team. Classic Giants, that. Yeah, of course not. We're not surprised. I'm surprised they scored a run off the crap pitcher, to be honest. So Ramirez will lead off the inning for the Cubs, who are edging closer to a win as there's a ground ball to Arise. Arise will throw this over to Devers for out number 1. Yeah. I don't even think the Cubs bullpen, Anthony, is that good either. But you wouldn't tell that by the Giants. As Luis Arise is going to have to make back-to-back plays here as Carson Kelly grounds out. And that'd be 2 quick outs for the Giants. So Killian was the closer at one point, just like every Giants pitcher. Now demoted to the 7th inning. Entered the road trip as a closer. It's 0-1 here. To PCA. Is Pete Crow-Armstrong going to hit another home run? As there's a called strike and it's 0-2 to PCA. Pete Crow-Armstrong, you look at his stats, he really struggled to begin the year, but he's bounced back well. Although he doesn't hit, as there's a foul tip into the mitt of Suzak, and that will end the inning. So we go to the top of the 8th. Still 1-1. The Giants going to get walked off in extras again. Could you imagine? Aren't am I right in saying the Giants are the most walked off team in all of baseball? And we've only had the one walk off as well. Well, yeah, I saw Jeff Young put out that he has to be up by the 9th of June. So you're right, he'll replace someone tomorrow. Who should he replace is the question. I think you could pick any of them. I would guess it's Dylan Smith. Um, uh, is Foley a lefty or a righty? As Schmidt, Devers, and Arise will lead off the inning. Well, Schmidt will lead off the inning, and Devers and Arise will bat as well. They're due up. It's going to be like the Philly series. It was raining in Philadelphia. They got walked off twice. It's been raining here in Wrigley. They're going to get walked off twice by the Cubs. You know, Devers or Schmidt, you got to do something here, man. Get on base for Luis Arise. Come on. As Casey Schmidt takes a ball, Assad is still in the game. This is incredible. The dude, only 67 pitches to get through 6 innings is a joke. As there's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. As 1-1 pitch here to Schmidt is a ball outside. Didn't chase the sweeper there, Schmidt. And it will be 2-2. As the 2-1 pitch to Casey Schmidt is a called strike with a sinker there. As the 2-2 pitch to Casey Schmidt is called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. And that'll be the first out for the Giants. Well, that was actually a long at bat for them to begin an inning because they've been incapable of having any long bats to start the inning. So amazingly, that actually sounds like a a good at bat. You think Foley's right-handed? Yeah, probably be Dylan Smith. As we're going to get a pitching change here for the Cubs. Yeah. See, I'd like Eric Miller to go. I can't do it with Eric Miller. By the way, Giants did waste a challenge. Schmidt, for some reason, challenged to pitch that was clearly a strike. Yeah. So Giants had an opportunity to get to the Cubs bullpen, and they let Assad come in and dominate them. Basically, that's like letting bloody Tyler Marley come out of the bullpen and dominate you when he wasn't even meant to start. They're lucky they've only conceded one, probably because of the wind. Otherwise, they'd be embarrassing themselves on Sunday Night Baseball. And they're gonna bring in, they're actually gonna bring in Jacob Webb, who's a right-hander to face Devers, so they don't care about the lefty-lefty. Devers did hit the home run off a lefty yesterday, so they don't care about that. Get Foley up. Get anyone up in this bullpen, please. If the whole plan was to have Foley as the closer, well, you can't just expect. I think the whole plan was to have Ryan Walker as the closer. But you, me, all of us could have told you Ryan Walker weren't going to do anything. And what do you know? He couldn't throw bloody scoreless inning. He'd walk a million people. And they didn't have a backup plan. And their backup plan was Foley. Well, we have to wait till June 9th to get Foley out. See what Devers can do. I see fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1 to Raffy Devers. One 0 pitch here to Devers is outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, that's what I thought, Anthony. I thought that's why I wanted to know if Foley was a lefty because if he was, then you could send Miller down, but if he's a righty, then you can't get rid of Miller. Jacob Webb, he's got a 2.28 ERA. Giants have seen him a couple of times this series. There's something wrong with Devers. It took a big swing, and he's taken a while to get the bat here. Trainer came out. Vitello came out, but he's ready for this 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a fastball. Well, that's classic Raffy Devers there. At number 2, couldn't catch up to the fastball because this guy doesn't know how to hit a fastball. And somehow this guy's been one of the best hitters in baseball. But can't touch 94. That'll bring up Luis Arise. Arise takes a strike like he normally does. I tell you, this Giants offense has gone completely silent. They ain't done nothing since the top of the third, I think, when they had a couple of runners on. There's a 0-2 to Arise. As the 0-2 pitch to Luis Arise, there's another fly ball to centre field. Pete Crow-Armstrong's going to make another catch to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yep, Spencer, yeah. I don't even want to get angry when the team's 13 games under 500. But if the bullpen costs them again, it's so infuriating. This team just finds ways to lose. So when you say you have a bad feeling, Spencer, I just expect to lose. That's where my mindset is. I'm expecting us to lose at this point. Oh no. 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 Don't do this to me. Eric Miller's coming in the game. Oh, I swear to God. This guy drives me crazy. Out of all the pitches they've got, yeah, get get me Riva San Martin now. I can't believe they're bringing Miller in. Oh god, I'm gonna Miller's gonna walk two, hit one, and give up a grand slam. It's fine, Spencer. I enjoy baseball, and I have fun talking to you guys and Glenn. I can't believe they're bringing Miller in. Why are they bringing Miller in? Ugh, this guy drives me crazy. If I haven't made that clear, Miguel Amaya will pinch hit for the Cubs, and they're going to talk about it on the mound. The thing is, Eric Miller's a nice dude. I don't want to be critical. You know, I couldn't be a tenth as good as Eric Miller, right? But the dude can't throw strikes. Ball one to Miguel Amaya. Here we go. Here's the start of this collapse. All because of Eric frickin' Miller. I don't know why we're bringing him in a tied game. His ERA of 3.93 actually it does him disservice. That actually makes him look half decent. There's a swing and a miss at a slider, so he actually threw a strike. I can't believe we got this guy in. I swear to God. 2-1. I swear to God. Yeah, get me San Martin as quick as possible. I cannot deal with Eric Miller, please. 3-1. This guy doesn't know how to throw strikes. I'm telling you right now. Why are we bringing him in? He can't throw a strike. This guy does my head in. I hate the pitchers that can't throw a strike. It's so bad. And you already know that there's a walk. Oh my God. You already know that this guy's going to walk batters before it even throws the first pitch. Why this guy we're using in the eighth is beyond me. I swear to God. This is the most predictable crap ever. I literally said before the bloody he pitched, you watch, blow him away. Two walks, a hits batsman, and a grand slam. Now the weather may save him from a grand slam. This is the inning where it's over. He actually throws a strike, and he's ahead of Michael Bush. So that's the one strike he'll throw that hole at bat. As Miller fires a strike there on the outside corner. So he actually threw strikes. Oh my God. Cubs are going to challenge it because it's Eric Miller and they think he only throws balls, but that one did catch the zone. So it's going to be upheld. And it's going to be 0-2. I can't believe it. So both teams have one challenge remaining. I c- the Cubs know. Tap that helmet. It's Eric Miller. He actually threw two strikes. So 0-2 to Michael Bush. Sliders in the dirt. That's 1-2. As there's a pick off attempt on the next pitch. Yeah, if they lose this, you can write tomorrow as a loss as well. Oh my god. That pitch by Miller's even wider than the first pitch. And it's 2-2 now. Why, Eric Miller? Are you still in the game? That pitch is high. A slider, that's high. It's a full count. Oh, I swear to God. Why can't you throw strikes? There's another pickoff attempt. So that's 2 out of 2 pickoff attempts been used. Yeah, Spencer, you're right. The Nationals do own us at home. So ball 4 incoming here for Miller probably. Alcantara's pinch running, by the way. Yeah. Can't believe Eric Miller is in this game. We'll see if Alcantara goes on this 3-2 pitch. Miller, there's a weak ground ball. Miller's going to get it. He's going to throw it to over Devers' head. He throws it over Devers' head. Arai's going to throw it to third base. Alcantara is safe. And for God's sake, Miller, you can't even pitch. Now you can't field. What can you do? Bloody Nora. Runners at the corners, no outs. Game over. What can this guy do? Honest to God. He can't throw strikes. He can't throw a bloody ball to Devers. For God's sake, Miller. For God's sake. This guy is rubbish. Just send him down. I don't even care if he's a left. If Foley's not a lefty, the guy can't do crap. The runner actually looked out, but Devers was blocking the bag. Chapman was blocking the bag. What's going on, Armand? This crap team. I can't believe they're pitching Eric Miller. As there's a line drive. Caught by Devers. Oh my God. He's going to throw it over to third. Okay. Okay. Well, Miller's lucked out because that ball was hit hard, but straight to Devers. And bloody lucky crap. So no run scores, and it's a double play as Alcantara went home. Wow. Well, Eric Miller, get his bum out of the game because he's lucked his way into this. Good thing his defense is playing for him. Miller's defense has been crap. At least they've played defense. Giants have actually turned the most double plays in baseball. Yeah, that w- that was stupid by Alcantara. He They brought him in to pinch run, and his pinch run was shit. As Ian haps up, as there's a swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 0-1. If Miller gets out of this, it'll be the biggest miracle in the history of Giants baseball. What are you taught, Armon, on a line drive? You freeze. You don't start running towards home. You freeze. There's another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That's twice the Cubs have done that today, actually. There's been 2 line drives where they've not froze, and it's cost them. There's 1 and 2 now. to Hap the switch hitter. So Eric Miller's a lucky shit. One-two pitch here by Miller. Swung and a miss. Oh my god. It's a miracle. Somehow he got out the inning. The guy's the worst pitcher on the team, but somehow this Giants team are not losing yet. We go to the top of the ninth. Lucked their way to that one. Where's Glenn when I need him? Glenn, where's your four-leaf clover? I need the four-leaf clover. Yeah, it's actually a bad game that makes it good because it's close. But you know the Giants won't win this close game. Well, we've lucked ourselves into this position then. Top of the ninth, the Giants' offense has done nothing. I think about 5 innings they've swung at the first pitch and got out, so they've basically been playing with 2 outs an inning. Eric Miller just shut the bed with that throw, and then thank God that piss rocket by Bregman was straight at Devers, and Alcantara made that stupid play because that Giants got very fortunate there. Yeah, the bloody Miller roller coaster, honestly. Well, the roller coasters, Anthony, are actually, they can be fun and scary. I don't think there's any fun with Miller. I think it's one bloody big pile of crap. I don't have any acronym for Miller, other than he's a pile of crap. Good dude, crap pitcher. Good stuff, crap accuracy. Can't field. We learned something new about Miller. Can't field either. Not only can't he pitch, he can't field. We'll take it though. Every team that wins the World Series needs a bit of luck. Giants aren't going to win the World Series, but if you're going to win, you got to get a bit of luck. Now you got to take advantage of the luck and go and score this inning. But do we expect the Giants to score? Probably not. I'm getting ready for that extra inning crap. So now if the Giants lose, they're going to get walked off again. As all this team does is get walked off. As soon as the wind in Wrigley is blowing in, you might as well. You can make a lot of money on the betting line. Just bet the under. Because even with the Giants crap pitching, it's still gone under. As Adamas will lead off the inning. That one's way high. The Adamas fouls off that pitch and it's 1-1. Their closer, Daniel Palenci's in. 2.45 ERA. The Giants saw him yesterday. Actually scored a run off of him. As it's 2-1 to Willie Adamas. Hard thrower, Palencia. Giants 1-7 with runner in scoring position. But what were they yesterday? 0 for 6? As a swing and a miss there by Adamas since 2-2. Honestly, Giants offense has been so pathetic. This is yeah. How many did they score yesterday? 2? So they scored all 18 in game 1, and they've done nothing since. As Adamas fouls that pitch off, it remains 2-2. What comedic way are they going to blow it today? That would have been it right there. Eric Miller chucking it over Devers' head. By the way, maybe you want to give your 6'7" first baseman A couple goes at first base. Maybe he could have caught that. As Adamas takes in the dirt, and it's a full count. So, can Adamas get on via the walk, even though we are allergic to walk? 3-2 pitch to Adamas. Swing and a miss at a pitch way in the dirt. What a stupid swing there by Adamas. Got too eager, cracked his pants. That's out number one. I'd honestly, I'd like to see Marley pitch as well. Can't be any worse than what we're currently watching, can it? And it'd be entertaining. And I'd like to see how quick he could throw it if he only went one inning. As Lee takes a called strike. I don't get why Adam's taking that stupid swing when you're not hitting a home run today with the wind blown out. The team that's going to win is going to get on via the walk as it's 1-1. You got to be looking for the walk in this situation. Honestly, that pitch literally could have been the size of 4 basketballs combined, and he still wouldn't have fouled it off. Yeah, exactly. They must take tablets every game to try and combat it. This is why they get about 2. As it's 2-2 now to Lee, as that pitch was way high. Fastball at 99 miles an hour. Also, by the way, if it goes to extra innings, we have the bottom of the lineup. As Jung Lee hits a high fly ball. PCA, he's had a busy game out there in centre field. He will make the call, their catch though. So Jung-Hoo Lee is retired, and that will bring up Bryce Eldridge. So the Mets are now only 7 games under, are they? How many games did the Mets lose in a row? 12, 13? And us Giants, we are way worse. We're a way worse team than the 2026 New York Mets. As 0-1 here to Bryce Eldridge. Slider there on the outside corner. Well, we're going to get walked off again. It's unbelievable, this team, really. A 0-2 is there's a swing and a miss by Bryce Eldridge. Yeah. Your Mets, Armon, lost 12 in a row, and we're 6 games behind you, is it? Or are we 3 games behind? 3 games behind you. That's Bryce Eldridge. It's a fly ball to left field. That ball will be caught by Ian Happ. To end the inning, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Yeah. Jets fans. Are they Knicks fans, Spencer? Hopefully they're Knicks fans and they can enjoy the Knicks. Giants, actually, when was the last time the Giants had a base runner? They didn't have one in the top of the ninth. Didn't have one in the top of the eighth. Didn't have one in the top of the seventh. Didn't have one in the top of the sixth. Didn't have one in the top of the fifth. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 hitters retired in a row. Yeah. The 4th inning, Chapman hit a single before there was a double play by Suzak. 17 straight batters retired. By Cubs bullpen, that is not exactly special. You're not facing Jacob deGrom as the guy who blew it yesterday. Pete and Win is coming in the game. Will he blow it again today? Are you joking me though? 17 straight guys. You've not had a guy since the first inning, and you hit into a double play anyway. So that's basically 21 straight outs. Oh, sorry, 18 straight outs. Or the minimum of 18 batters face. That's what I'm trying to say. Suzuki will lead it off for the Cubs. Giants probably going to get walked off in back-to-back games here. McDonald could only go 5 as well. Anthony, which you commented on. You want to see him go longer. Didn't. Yeah. Win is in the game for the loss. Win for the loss. Not win for the win. Win for the loss. As there's a swing and a miss on a slider. I actually like Keaton Win, but you can see where this is going. And if it doesn't happen now, then it will happen next inning. Talion left with hamstring injury. IL, yeah. As that pitch is outside, and it's 1-1 to Suzuki. And the Cubs lead base and walk-off wins as well. Wow. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that the Giants have been walked off the most. The Cubs have walked people off the most. As the Cubs are going to challenge that pitch because that pitch was way outside, and it'll be 2-1. Two-one pitch is fouled off. In fairness, Anthony, who can we go to? Who do you want in this situation? Because there's no one he can go to. And Suzuki strikes out. There you go. There's out number 1. But we did see it yesterday. He got the first 2 outs win before the home run by PCA. Win's definitely not a closer, but we got no one. So Horner will be up. I can already see where this is going. Pete Crow-Armstrong's going to walk it off in extra innings, isn't he? For the 3rd time this week. As Horner takes a strike, a splitter there at the bottom of the zone. I do actually like Keaton Wynn's splitter. He throws it super hard. Yeah. So 1-1 here to Nico Horner. The Giants are trying to avoid being walked off back-to-back nights as a 1-1 pitch by Wynn. There's a drive to right field. That will be a base hit for Nico Horner, and the winning run is now on base. And start the sirens because danger awaits. Ramirez is in now. Yeah. Buster Posey built this team on pitching and defense. Looks like it to me, as that pitch is fouled off. And it's 0-1 to Ramirez. Giants about to implode in back-to-back games, I fear. They've lucked their way into this situation because Miller somehow backed out, got out the inning. Pure luck, as it's 1-1 to Ramirez. As there's a pick of attempt. Back safely. Yeah. Is it trivia tomorrow night, Spencer? As there's a close pitch called a ball. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch there. In the dirt, a switcher there, and Ramirez lays off of it. So it's 3-1. So we're about to walk the winning run in scoring position here. 3-1 pitch to Ramirez. Ball 4. That's a walk. So we've walked the winning run into scoring position because this bullpen is the best in the world. And we've got Anthony in here saying, why are we bringing Keaton Wynn in? Calling out Tony before any of this happened, because we all know we're going to get a mound visit here. Not that he has anyone to go to, but whoever he's going to just is crap in the bed. Carson Kelly will be up. He did strike out the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th. Well, here we go then. Ready for the implosion. Cubs are a base hit away from winning this game and taking 2 out of 3. Crow-Armstrong's on deck as well. So wouldn't that be fitting? As the pitch there is a pop-up to Keaton Wynn, who will make the catch himself. And yeah, we will take you. That pitch was way up and in. Thank you for the second out there, Carson Kelly. You've had a disaster game because you've had 2 opportunities. PCA's up now. Great swing there by Carson Kelly. I think that was more of a reaction swing. I think that was like, oh shit, it's gonna hit me. Oh, I popped it up. More, As 1-1 here to PCA. I don't know. I've never had a 96 mile an hour pitch coming towards me. Maybe I'd flail like, oh shit! But he is a professional hitter. As there's a foul ball, and it's 1-2. Even if Pete Crow-Armstrong gets out, he's going to start on second. On second base. I just intentionally walk PCA. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm intentionally walking PCA. As that pitch is high and wide, and it's 2-2. Just intentionally walk him now. I'm convinced if you're a good manager, you'd intentionally walk him because then he's not even going to start extras at second base, and he's hot, and he walked you off. 2-2 here to Pete Crow-Armstrong. T hits a ground ball. Devers will get it, step on first, and that will end the inning. And we go to extra innings again for the second time in 2 days. Well, they do have PCA starting though. That's a valid point, Spencer. Maybe don't walk the bases loaded. Maybe you don't want to load the bases, but my thinking is kind of if you do get out of it, I'd much rather um buy a Steros to DH. They'd probably pinch run for him, so maybe not. Well, it feels like very lucky that the Giants are in this. Yeah, I'd bring Cox in for Eldridge. Um, PCA is a weird hitter, isn't he, Armon? He's a weird hitter. Whenever I watch of him, normally when I watch him, not just against Giants, he swings at just stupid pitches. But then he does what he does yesterday and hits 2 home runs. But he's always going to be a good player because of his outfield defense. But how about we? Yeah, I would say bunt him over. I mean, I'm not anti-bunting him over. You have to remember as well, the wind blowing in, so sack flies are going to be harder. Oh yeah, he fell off a cliff towards the end of last year, though, Armon. So Matt Chapman will lead it off for the Giants here. And yeah, as Anthony says, Jonah Cox is going to pinch run. Also, why do we always? I much prefer. I don't know about you guys. I like to have a lefty in there to start the inning batting wise, just because if they hit a ground ball and they pull it, it advances the runner. I've always thought that you'd much rather have a lefty start in the inning. As there's a called strike to Matt Chapman, and it's 0-1. Chapman's 1 for 2 with a walk today. The only issue I have with bringing Cox in is then you put him in left or you put him in centre, move Gilbert to left, then you take Schmidt out of the game. There's Matt Chapman. It's a ground ball. That's going to get through. That's going to be a base hit. Cox coming around third. Cox is going to score, and the Giants go up 2-1 as Chapman hit an RBI single there. So the Giants do score the ghost runner this time, and it'll be 2-1 Gigantes. And that'll bring up Daniel Suzak. I mean, it weren't the best pitch to swing at, but he did what you got to do with that pitch and go the other way. So Giants taking the lead, but can you get that all-important second run? That's what it's all about. And Suzak tries to bunt, but he fouls it off. I like that bunt there. Actually, though, what I would say is if Schmidt gets it as there's a swing and a miss by Suzak. If Schmidt does get his at bat this inning, then you can take him out in the next, which is fine then. As Suzak fouls off that pitch and remain 0-2. All right. Giants didn't score the ghost runner yesterday. They'll probably still find a way to lose this game. Chapman's good week actually continued. If only more players went opposite way. As that ball is way in the dirt, sweeper there, and it's 1-2. Thornton's the pitcher for the Cubs. Thornton got a 1.8 ERA this year. That's not a bad idea, Armon. Getting a double play. As Suzak hits a high fly ball to PCA. PCA, who's had a busy night in centre field, will make the catch for out number 1. Would you try and steal second base here as well? I mean, Chapman's got speed. Think about sending Chapman. I like the bunt idea, but Suzak couldn't get it down. So Gilbert will be the new batter, as Gilbert takes in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Curveball there. As there's a pick of attempt. Yeah. I'd send Chapman. You've got the 1 run. I'd take the risk. As that fast was high. In a 2-0 count, I probably wouldn't. But if this next pitch is a strike, then I would. 2-0 pitch to Gilbert is fouled off. And it'll be 2-1. You know, this is where I thought the Giants were going to be different this year. I thought you may see them take a chance. As Thornton in the wind-up, he fires 2-1 pitch. That one is high and outside. And it'll be 3-1. Well, now I wouldn't send Chapman. And Gilbert's going to use a timeout here. Big moments in this game. Can the Giants add on PCA starting at second? Thornton in the wind-up. The pitch. High outside again, so that's a walk for Gilbert. So the runner is now in scoring position. And you get Casey Schmidt to at bat here. Schmidt, rough day for Casey. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. See if he can make up for it here. In a game with the wind blowing in, it's Dylan Smith who's warming up in the bullpen. In the game with the wind blowing in, if you can get that 1 more run, I don't see them hitting a 2-run home run. Could be wrong, but they had a mound visit, by the way, which is why there's a little break here. Back-to-back games. They've gone to extra innings. This one, a night game, Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah, Anthony, at this point, who we got? Dylan Smith is there you go. Schmidt fouls off that cutter on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. At this point, I'd take anyone. As Thornton here in the wind-up, the 0-1 pitch is a hanging sweeper, but Schmidt only fouled it off. It's 0-2 to Schmidt. Thornton fires. That one's a hanging sweeper again, fouled off. Sinker, sorry, a hanging sinker. And it's 0-2 still. Can Schmidt get in another run? It would be huge. As the 0-2 pitch to Schmidt, it's fouled off again. Good sweeper that time, and Schmidt's managed to get a piece of that and stay alive. By the way, Chapman ended that streak of 17 consecutive batters doing absolutely piss all. As Schmidt hits a ground ball, second baseman Ramirez is going to step on second himself, fire it over to Bush, and that's a double play. So, just the one for the Giants. And they're playing with fire. As we go to the bottom of the 10th. Two and 9 with runner in scoring position. Sums this team up. As Eric said, you're never going to see 6 and 10 again with runner in scoring position. They used up all that luck as well. Well, at least they actually scored the ghost runner this time. Would have loved for them to add on, but they couldn't. Yeah, you guys love to use the word horseshit. You'd never hear that here. John Boy does the great breakdowns, and all the managers say horseshit. I ain't ever saying horseshit here. Well, I did just say it, but that's because you said it. But yeah, you do not hear that here. So PCA is going to start the inning. He may just steal third. That's the thing. If they get an unproductive first out, they may just steal. Oh, for God's sake! Michael Conforto is pinch hitting here. This guy's killed the Giants since he's left. Oh God, Michael bloody Conforto. Yeah, I'd say what a load of rubbish. What's up, Anthony? Glad you can join us for the end of this game because what are the Giants going to do? I hate that it's Conforto. Dylan Smith's in the game. Somehow the Giants got it 2 extra innings because Eric Miller pissed the bed, but Cubs' bad base running has got us to this point as Conforto takes high and it's 1-0. God, bloody Michael Conforto. It's funny how baseball does that. As the one I pitch here to Conforto is a cooled strike at the bottom of the zone with a curveball. He's going to challenge it though. You do get a challenge in extra innings as well, and he's going to win this one because it looks just low to me. And so it's 2-0. Armand talked about, if you walk someone and you set up the double play. Well, I'm not sure he's trying to walk Conforto, but maybe that's the thinking. Oh God. So a pitch here to Conforto is fouled off, and it's 2-1. It's an opportunity for Smith, who I haven't seen much. As there's a fast one on the outside corner. Called a ball. And Giants going to challenge it, and I think they're going to be successful, and it should be 2-2 here to Conforto. Hold on to your bums or your butts. Can we get a strikeout here? Can Smith get a strikeout? Conforto used a timeout. So, Smith, the 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss by Conforto. A back foot sweeper there for out number 1 and a big first out. So that's 1 down. A big strikeout there. That's the strikeout you're looking for. This is what the Giants do, though. They get your hopes up, and then they're going to crush them. As here's Michael Bush, who walked it off in extra innings yesterday. As the pitch to Michael Bush. As PCA is going to try and steal third, and PCA does steal third. And oh my God, what did I say? I said if they strike out, watch PCA steal third. And he does steal third. So predictable. I knew that was going to happen. You get the strikeout, and I said you can go back to it. You watch PCA take off a third. That's why I would have intentionally walked him in the bottom of the ninth. I know you wouldn't have, Spencer, and look, you're probably right. Also, yeah, the pitch was definitely a strike. So runner at third, 1 out here. As that pitch is a called strike. That wasn't even that was less of a strike than the first pitch, but it's 1-1. 1-1 here to Michael Bush. There's a swing and a foul ball, and it's 1-2. Can he get another strikeout that he needs now? The infield will play in. Here's the thing, that's what speed does. You can get the strikeout, but it's basically an effective out because PCA stole third. That's a 1-2 pitch here to Michael Bush. He pops it up. Adames is going to make the catch. Adames does make the catch, and that's another big out. Not the strikeout, but it's just as good a pop out. And now base hit is needed for the Cubs if they want to win this game. As Bregman's up, who's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. And Bregman takes outside, and it's 1-0. Giants trying to win the series. As a 1-0 pitch to Bregman. It's a high pop up. Adames, he can make back-to-back plays with the pop-up to win the Giants the game, and he does, and the Giants actually win the game, and they win the bullpen shootout. I do not believe it. They actually won a game where their bullpen had to actually help them. Incredible. The Giants win. Game is over. Giants win after 10. They lost yesterday. They win today. It's a bloody miracle, Spencer. We had bad feelings, but somehow we hold on. Anyway, thanks to Glenn for coming on as well for the first part of the stream. Much appreciated. That was a great conversation. If you haven't checked that out, go rewind that. Anthony says, thank you, Dylan Smith. Yeah, Dylan Smith. Who would have known he was going to win the game for the Giants? Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Armon, for watching the stream. The Giants actually win after 10. They take 2 out of 3 in Chicago. They'll go home to Washington. And look, they struggle against Washington, but they got to win that series and build on this series win. Go over to Giant Sports Talk Live. Go and support them. They do great stuff. Until next time, yeah, I like Dylan Smith now as well. That's peace from me as the Giants win in 10.
Thank you. See you next time. It was a blast. That's all for today. Join me next time on Jolly Good Takes.